Got me, Brian? Welcome. Good evening. My name is John Koppelmeyer, and I'm my biggest fan right here, and the Executive Director of the Arts Council, and we welcome you here to the old jail. I want to give you a list of some of the stuff we got coming up if you have an interest in participating. We've got the Full Bloom Film Festival that's going to happen next weekend, September 9th through the 11th, and if you're interested in that, you can get tickets online at the Full Bloom Film Festival or through the Arts Council. Also, the artwork that you see in this room is by Elena Rodriguez. She's a print artist out of Asheville, and if you're interested in purchasing any of that, the price list is on the side, and her artwork will be up through September. October, we've got Rogelio Caudle, many of you know, a former director here, and his art will be on display. And in November, we'll have Amy Sullivan, who has been doing art shows here every year, the past 4 years. So I'm excited to have her back again as well. And then we do an artist spotlight show on September 16th. That's a neat show that we do with local musicians, and they play original music, and we live stream it, and then we pull out a video for them and post it on social media. And then we also do a spoken word show once a quarter, and the next one will be in October. Check out. But I also want to thank our sponsors that allow us to put on these shows, and specifically our music shows. And so our sponsors are Walter and Edie Holland, Jim and Ree Johnson, John and Sochi Koppelmeyer, Bill and Cindy Pitts, the law offices of Dustin McCrary, L. Gordon Iron and Metal, S&J Carolina Scale, Statesville Julian Loan, My Net Cloud Services, Julia Wilson and Rob Collier, Jane Getziner and Abigail Jennings, Richard and Jennifer Griggs, Brian and Amy Howard, Casey Van Hoy, Wendy and Tommy Allison, Michelle Helpler and David Lingle, Jim and Lynn Lawton, Sir Speedy and Owen Graffix. And I really want to lift up Dustin McCrary, because Dustin is the fellow who is responsible for Caleb for being here, and he's been a tremendous supporter of us, and we're very grateful and thankful. So let's get on with the show. Let me introduce Caleb. Caleb grew up in the foothills of the Appalachians, specifically the mountains of Stokes County, North Carolina, just north of here, everybody knows. He and Laura Caudle, his wife and manager, moved to Nashville in early 2019. I'm sure very similar to Stokes County, it feels like. Caleb Caudle wanted an earthy, funky sound for his new album, which I think he achieved. And he assembled several Grammy-winning musicians to chase it down in the Cash Cabin, a small place with a big history. Johnny Cash built that cabin in 1979. Caleb has said, "It feels like you're in the shadow of giants at the Cash Cabin." He emerged from the shadows of those giants with Better Hurry Up, his 8th studio album. So please welcome Caleb Caudle back to North Carolina and to the old jail.
Stars fell on Alabama. Mostly they fell on you. Well, I can see it in the way every head is turning in the room. I'm turning too. I spent half the morning convincing myself not to stay when a soul shines so golden. It's just so hard to look away. I open up the window and listen to the rainfall just 'cause you want me to. But 23 days feels more like a lifetime. Guess that's what striking gold will do. Early falling leaves, sky opens up to blue. Tuscaloosa, I could use what you were used to. Well, I'm not looking to be fixed. Just understand that parts are broken. You stole the sirens of the night, and you made them so soft-spoken. I open up the window and listen to the rainfall just 'cause you want me to. But 23 days feels more like a lifetime. You say it's what striking gold will do. Early falling, falling leaves, sky opens up to blue. Tuscaloosa, I could use what you used to. I open up the window and listen to the rainfall just 'cause you want me to. Well, 23 days feels more like a lifetime. You say it's what striking gold will do. Early falling, falling leaves, sky opens up to blue. Tuscaloosa, I could use what you used to. Tuscaloosa, I could use what you used to. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. This one's called Piedmont Sky.
Well, I watch the cardinal dust the night off its wings. Well, I watch the cardinal dust the night off its wings. My soul was shattered till I heard that red bird sing. I see my breath and I hear winter's lonely crow. I see my breath and I hear winter's lonely crow. One of these days, well, the dogwoods, they're gonna bloom. A decade of hot and heavenly summers, waiting on an angel to call my number. Will you left a trail of stars for me to find? You left a trail of stars for me to find. They gathered and spelled your name across the Piedmont sky. Nothing holds a flame to you at all. Nothing holds a flame to you at all. I've seen a Shenandoah sunset in the fall. Decade of hot heavenly summers, waiting on an angel to call my number. Decade of hot heavenly summers, waiting on an angel to call my number. Decade of hot heavenly summers, waiting on an angel to call my number.
Thank you. Well, like John mentioned, I had a record come out in April of 2020, which is perfect timing, really. But I'm going to do some songs from that one tonight. The song's called Call It a Day. It's my mom's favorite on the record. So that means I have to play it for the rest of my life.
everybody's watching, and they'll watch me as a fool. Well, everybody's watching, and they're watching me as a fool. Seems like they wouldn't have time to watch me at all. The bricks are piled high, they're weighing heavy on my chest. Yes, yes. Well, the bricks are piled high, they're weighing heavy on my chest. Sometimes it seems like the world just wants to know what I have lived. Call it a day, call it a day, call it anything at all till it feels okay and unafraid, unashamed of the places that I've been and the mess that I've made. Sometimes being brave means walking away, call it a day. I hear the cries of the war. Oh, oh. There's a battle being fought. I hear the lonely cries of the war. When the last bell tolls, I'll be remembered by what I was fighting for. Call it a day, call it a day, call it anything at all till it feels okay and unafraid, unashamed of the places that I've been and the mess that I've made. Sometimes being brave means walking away, call it a day. Sometimes being brave means walking away, call it a day. Thank you.
And welcome to the folks just rolling in, and hello to the folks at home. I believe we're live streaming this thing, is that right? All right, now we all know it's true. You know, the good thing about the mask is when I hit a bad note, I don't know if you're disgusted by it or not. Here's one I wrote for my wife the day after I proposed, and just want to say happy early anniversary to her. Our anniversary's coming up. "5 years. All right, it's called Love This Wild.
I would tell him of a thing so true. Hold the note till my face turns blue. I will do what I have to do. Tell him about love that's wild. I'll tell him about love that's wild. I heard all about living the dream. I'm just living within my means. There's no crown but you're the queen. Tell him about love that's wild. I'll tell him about love that's wild. Well, I'm headed home. I think I hear your heartbeat. Cherokee Rose always reminds me what I'm working for. I would tell him of a thing so true. Hold the note till my face turns blue. I will do what I have to do. Tell him that love is wild. I'll tell him that love is wild. Yes, I will. Well, I was a wreck till you came along, stumbling home at the break of dawn. Now we fall asleep with all the lights on. Tell 'em about love, that's why. I'll tell 'em about love, that's why. Well, I'm headed home, I think I hear your heartbeat. The Cherokee Rose always reminds me what I'm working for. I would tell 'em of a thing so true. Hold the note till my face turns blue. I will do what I have to do. Tell 'em about love, that's why. I'll tell 'em about love, that's why. Tell 'em about a love, that's why.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to do one here called Feeling Free. It's on the new record. It's kind of about wandering around the woods, not doing much of anything, which is my favorite pastime.
Nothing but a fly in a spider web. At nights I don't sleep, I just lay there in my bed, I count the sheep. Try to outrun my thoughts, try not to think about what everything cost. It was simple back then, now it's not. It was what you see is what you got. Always be the one with the grass-stained knees, wandering through the woods and feeling free. Another time and another place, Virginia creeper creeping all over my face. Got the rust to prove it and I'm underdressed. Quite all around, it's in the middle of my chest. It was simple back then, now it's not. It was what you see is what you got. Will always be the one with the heart on his sleeve, wandering through the woods and feeling free. I really ever only wanted to be a slave to the things that set me free. An hourglass going in reverse, every kind of magic without any kind of curse. It was simple back then, now it's not. It was what you see is what you got. Always be the one with the head full of dreams, wandering through the woods and feeling free.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Well, this is my first show since like July 10th, so it's nice that to do this again. And I'm glad we could work it out because I had some shows this month that we couldn't work out, so I'm glad this one worked out. All right, here's one off of a record I put out in 2018. Record's called Crush Coins. This one's called Way You Ought to Be Seen. And I spent a lot of my childhood as a young buck looking for arrowheads in the woods and shark's teeth on the beach, and which is a nice thing you can do in North Carolina. You can do both of those things. So I had that in mind. So here we go.
I've seen you shining so free of your scars. I've seen you crying alone in the dark. I've seen the highs and lows, the in-betweens. I've seen you the way you ought to be seen. The way you ought to be seen is with starlight in your hair. The way you ought to be seen is on an evening free of care. A shark's tooth among the broken up shells, an arrowhead out on the trail. I've seen you the way you ought to be seen. I've seen your glory, so sure of yourself, sad and stubborn, too proud to ask for help. I've loved you through it all, and I believe I've seen you the way you ought to be seen. The way you ought to be seen is with starlight in your hair. The way you ought to be seen is on an evening free of care. A shark's tooth among the broken up shells, an arrowhead out on the trail. I've seen you the way you ought to be seen. A shark's tooth among the broken up shells, an arrowhead out on the trail. I've seen you the way you ought to be seen.
Thanks. Well, thank you. I'm going to do a song now. It's the first co-write I ever had on a record. It was on Better Hurry Up. And the song's called Regular Riot. And I wrote it with my friend Natalie Hemby. She's a fantastic songwriter. Look her up. But anyways, the night before I went into this co-write, I was watching one of my favorite shows called The Honeymooners. Maybe you've heard of it. Jackie Gleason. And anyways, so he calls Alice a regular riot. And so I said, well, that's a pretty good song title. I'll take that. And we were throwing around song titles in the co-write, and I said, what about Regular Riot? And she was like, that's great, let's run with it. So it's basically, it's about being a regular riot.
Well, I'm a thorn in your side. I won't give you anywhere to hide. I'll take a drop, make a way. I'll do anything to flood this place, and just when I think I've turned a corner, I'm all lit up but out of order. My fuse is always getting shorter, and this song don't get excited. I'm a regular riot. Long before the streets were quiet, you could hear the lions roar. Habit of heavy, I'm a wreck if I can't have it. Can't relate unless it's tragic. I'm okay if I'm unsure. I'm a regular riot. I'm a regular riot. It's a trip on a wire. Ain't a day if it don't backfire. Bullseye on the back of anyone who's standing in my path, and it's showing up sooner than later. First to admit it's second nature. I guess I'm getting used to danger and disown. Don't get excited, I'm a regular riot. Long before the streets were quiet, you could hear the lions roar. Habit of habit, I'm a wreck if I can't have it. Can't relate unless it's tragic. I'm okay if I'm unsure. I'm a regular riot. I'm a regular riot. Don't get excited, I'm a regular riot. Long before the streets were quiet, you could hear the lions roar. Habit of habit, I'm a wreck if I can't have it. Can't relate unless it's tragic. I'm okay if I'm unsure. I'm a regular riot. I'm a regular riot. Thank you.
So I guess I actually co-wrote that with Natalie Hemby and Jackie Gleason, but you know. It really is. My parents had this VHS box set of the Honeymooners when I was a kid, and I used to watch that. I loved Art Carney, and all the actors on that show are great. I'm going to do one now. It's somber number. That's right. Just what we need. It's called 6 Feet from the Flowers, and I kind of watched my grandfather go through it, so I wrote a song about it.
They said it would get easier, they don't know a thing. Well, they never saw your curls shake when you came in out of the rain. Never seen your eyes swell up when you knew someone in pain. I still have all your photographs, I've took them away. Well, I should have known that the days would get this long. Well, you're 6 feet from the flowers, I'm driving home alone. I still have all your jewelry that covered up in dust. I still have my old workbench, but the tools have gone to rust. With no one left to impress, I haven't built a thing. I reach into my pocket and hold your wedding ring. Well, I should have known that the days would get this long. Well, you're 6 feet from the flowers, I'm driving home alone. I know you're waiting on me at a table for two. The years have brought some wrinkles that won't bother you. I will wear your favorite shirt, bring your dancing shoes. I'm just waiting on the day that I can be there too. Well, I should have known that the days would get this long. Well, you're 6 feet from the flowers, I'm driving home alone. Well, I should have known that the days would get this long. Well, you're 6 feet from the flowers, I'm driving home alone. Well, you're 6 feet from the flowers, and babe, I'm coming home.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much. All right, I'm going to do a sad one now. No, I guess it is a little sad, but it's not all the way sad, not full sad. I'm going to do a song that isn't mine now. It's this one belongs to a Canadian songwriter named Fred Eaglesmith. I don't know if anybody know Fred Eaglesmith? Well, he's a hidden treasure, let me tell you. This song's called Betty Oshawa, and it's well, you'll know what it's about, I guess. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I really like this one. I learned it last week, especially for you guys. So here we are.
Me and Betty Oshawa, we had a little band. I met her in a parking lot when I answered a won't ad. We played every little juke joint, every single bar, every little honky-tonk that you could get to with a car. It was fire on the mountain. That was her favorite one. Well, there's nothing that we didn't know, so we played the top 40 radio, even though we didn't really like the songs. I was wrong. Me and Betty Oshawa, we didn't really get along. My ego was as big as a roadhouse parking lot. Sometimes I'd hear her praying outside a dressing room, trying to find the strength for ones that she didn't want to do. It was fire on the mountain. That was her favorite one. And there's nothing that we didn't know, so we played the top 40 radio, even though we didn't really like the song. I was wrong. I was wrong. Betty got a record deal, she's living in LA. I work at the grocery store every single day. Sometimes she comes through town and plays the local hall. She always leaves a number, but I don't return the call. It was fire on the mountain. That's still her favorite one. And there's still nothing that I don't know. She's on the top 40 radio. How I love it when I hear them play her songs. I was wrong. I was wrong.
Fred Eaglesmith right there. I think the record that's on is called 12 Volts, so if it's got a song called Trucker Speed on it that I really like too. It stays stuck in my head for about 6 months at a time. Anyways, I'm gonna go off script. I wasn't gonna do this song, but I'm gonna do it. It's a song that I'm working on a new record right now, and John Carter Cash is producing it, and we've got loads of talent on there, Sam Bush and Jerry Douglas and Carlene Carter and a whole bunch of great people. And I wrote this next song with John Carter, and it's called The Gates, and it's on that record, and I don't know when it'll be out, probably when things look somewhat normal again, I would think. That's probably when we'll do that. So hopefully sooner than later. But yeah, we went fishing at his pond there, and we devoured a bag of pork rinds. Didn't catch any fish, but we caught a song. So chalk that up to a good day. This one's called The Gates.
Blue-winged bird, lead me down the river. Show me something you've never shown. Like the train, we'll trust the trestle. Bellow my homeward song. Mama warned me about the man, eyes of coal and a wide-brimmed hat. Sometimes I won't sleep for days. We won't talk about that. There's a road, crooked and wide, Badland canyons, Satan's spine, hell within, hell outside. Well, I've seen the gates, and they're open wide. The coat I brought is soaking wet. From my shoulders it hung with shame. Older now with deep regrets. Ain't nobody else to blame. Three black cats in my path, screaming like some old deathly choir. Older now and I can't turn back. I'm gonna keep on getting higher. There's a road, crooked and wide, Badland canyons, Satan's spine, hell within, hell outside. I've seen the gates, and they're open wide. I wake alone and I count to 7. Dollar sticks under a sycamore tree. Beg a few on the road to heaven. Tell one last story to me.
All right. Thanks for being the guinea pig on that one. It's funny, man. We were just getting to know each other, really, at that point. We were writing that song, and we were eating our pork rinds. And he's like, man, my dad, he really loves some pork rinds. I was like, yeah, but your dad's Johnny Cash. Fun stuff. I'll do one here called Better Hurry Up.
You wanna go where the avalanche takes you. You wanna go where mistakes don't shape you. Wanna go to a place that'll turn a blind eye to your past. You wanna go where the shores are glistening. You wanna go where every ear is listening. Wanna go to a place that'll take you just how you are. It seems out of reach, but if you get to moving, it ain't far. When you feel the walls closing in, you must be leaving, leaving, leaving. Oh, it's just as much about the places you go as it is about the ones you don't. But the time is running out, so you better hurry up. Oh, the time is running out, so you better hurry up. Oh, the time is running out, so you better hurry up. You wanna go where the blacktop's blazing. You wanna go with no hesitation. Wanna go where the broken crystals are spilled across the sky. Every night you see it, but you never feel like you've seen it twice. And when you feel the walls closing in, you must be leaving, leaving, leaving. No, it's just as much about the places you go as it is about the ones you don't. But the time is running out, so you better hurry up. Oh, the time is running out, so you better hurry up. Oh, the time is running out, so you better hurry up. Oh, the time is running out, so you better hurry up. Oh, the time is running out, so you better hurry up. Oh, the time is running out, so you better hurry up.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We do have some records over there and some CDs and some shirts if you're not wearing one. And you know, I was noticing on the way in that the merch bin was feeling pretty heavy, so lighten the load for me a little. All right, here's one called New York City in the Rain.
New York City in the rain. If there's a lady more lonely, I don't know her name. They only treat you right on the holidays. When you're working late, feels like it'll never change. You might as well be waking up to the smell of smoke at 5 a.m. before the sun comes up. 'Cause everyone is laying down in the hands of hope. We all have our own valley to walk. New York City's feeling down, and all that's left of her is high heels and a slouch. Her friends ain't around. They treat her like she was a spilled drink at a bar. They'll get another round on the other side of town. might as well be waking up to the smell of smoke at 5 a.m. before the sun comes up. 'Cause everyone is laying down in the hands of hope. We all have our own valley to walk. If it's true, what can I do? If it's true, what can I do? Oh, you might as well be waking up to the smell of smoke at 5 a.m. before the sun comes up. 'Cause everyone is laying down in the hands of hope. We all have our own valley to walk. If it's true, what can I do? New York City in the rain.
Thank you. Thank you. Man, this room sounds great. Thanks, Brian, for running the sound and everything, man. All right, well, I wanted to write a party song about quitting drinking, which is a tall order, I know. So I wrote this one. It's called Borrowed Smiles, and it's about messing up a whole bunch. Trying to figure it all out.
I used to stay out all night. I used to run my mouth and always try to start a fight, get out of the way, just in time for someone else to take the blame. Well, now it's midnight. This place has got me feeling like a ghost. Oh, and I'm long gone before the party ever comes to a close. Oh, what a long road, full of sorrow. How many smiles from a bottle could I borrow? Was getting awfully hard though, having to always say I'm sorry tomorrow. Well, now it's midnight. This place has got me feeling like a ghost. Oh, and I'm long gone before the party ever comes to a close. Nothing was working, nothing certain. My time was up before they even closed the curtain. I felt I was deserving much more than the state that they hurting. Well, now it's midnight. This place has got me feeling like a ghost. Oh, and I'm long gone before the party ever comes to a close. Well, now it's midnight and this place has got me feeling like a ghost. And I'm long gone before the party ever comes to a close.
Thank you. Thank you so much. How y'all doing? Good. I know it's a school night. Older than school in general. Wow. That's great. I'm going to do one here called Broken Hallelujah.
Second chance or second wind, whatever it takes to begin again. Small reminder of what used to be. I came home for more than a memory. Virginia creeper on an old tree, out of tune piano keys, smokestacks paint the sky, broken hallelujah by and by. 1,000 nights looking for me, but I just couldn't be found. Spend my winters in the shadows. Well, December is much warmer with you around. Norfolk Southern, it rattles by, steering to the silver sky. You could make a graveyard sing, a door down the shine on the diamond ring. So tell me, baby, and tell me true. What can I say? What can I do? If I only had an hour to give, you could have the day as long as I live. 1,000 nights looking for me, but I just couldn't be found. Spend my winters in the shadows. Well, December is much warmer with you around. Well, December is much warmer with you around. You around.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. I'm going to do one called Madeline. It's off of Crushed Coins. And yeah, my buddy Josh Headley played fiddle on this song on the record. We talk about wrestling a lot together. And country music. Mostly wrestling.
Madeline, can you believe it's snowing? It's been raining for 3 days straight. finish getting ready while I clear your windshield, scraping back on a slow escape. Madeline, do you remember heaven back before July, before your mother died? And in the quiet of the evening you could still hear her, how she'd always say, it's just one of those things. Remember when we played to win, now we're trying not to lose. Time's a river running slow. I believe you either leave or you're left behind to rust. Time takes and breaks our trust. Madeline, it's hard, but I know we're gonna make it. After all we've lost, we're gonna carry on. And if it's too heavy, I'll be here to help you find your glow from long ago. Remember when we played to win, now we're trying not to lose. Time's a river running slow. I believe you either leave or you're left behind to rust. Time takes and breaks our trust. Time takes and breaks our trust.
Thanks. All right, so this next song was the first song I ever wrote where I was like, all right, that's worth a damn. We can keep going with it. And I wrote it when I was 19, and I just kind of carried it around for a real long time. And then when it came time to do this record, and I knew who I was working with, I decided it would be a good time to cut this song for it. So we did it, and I'm real happy with how it came out. It's called Red Bank Road.
Bluebird flies in the eastern sky, reminding me of better times when I was young and I was unafraid. I was innocent until I moved away. It's easy to forget where you come from when the smoke and lights start to leave you numb, and longing for that old oak tree shade when the noise becomes an endless parade. Thinking about what I miss the most: bottles, backboards, and the Holy Ghost. Tobacco fields carved out by red dirt roads. I could lose myself for miles and miles and still feel at home. I miss my father for his firm handshake and the way he'd ache after a long day. My mother for her dark brown eyes and a graceful hand and a perfect smile. And there's a house down on Red Bank Road. My great-grandfather, he has some golden soul. He makes the most out of his last days, and the Lord stops everything just to hear him pray.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree. Here's one called "Trade All the Lights." It's off a record I put out in 2014. Wow, a lifetime ago. Yeah.
Tonight I am lonesome for you. It hurts even worse to know you feel the same way too. Well, I'm there all alone in a place where I belong. Oh, tonight I am lonesome for you. It hurts to know you are so far away. The nights are getting longer and they're swallowing up the days. The highways in between hum to the sound of your heartbeat. Oh, it hurts to know you are so far away. And I would trade every last light in New York City to be there tonight with you in New Orleans, floating like ghosts through the town, Spanish moss tumbling round. Oh, I'd trade all the lights, trade all the lights, I'd trade all those lights for you. I wish it wasn't all just in my mind. We'd take a train to the quarter and we'd paint it red, everything on my dime. The moon makes the darkness wait, a crescent kiss in the Creole state. Oh, I wish it wasn't all just in my mind. And I would trade every last light in New York City to be there tonight with you in New Orleans, floating like ghosts through the town, Spanish moss tumbling round. Oh, I'd trade all the lights, trade all the lights, I'd trade all those lights. Well, I would trade all the lights, trade all the lights, I'd trade all the lights. I would trade all the lights, trade all the lights for
Thank you. You know, it's funny, as I was thinking about it, I put out that record in 2014. It wasn't even my first record, but still to this day, I get tagged with the emerging young artist. Everybody's like, emerging young artist. I'm like, man, well, shit, it's been like a decade. How much more do I have to emerge? One of these days, I will fully emerge. Maybe a post-pandemic. All right, here's one from the newest record. It's called Front Porch.
Thunderstorms and lightning bugs, the backdrop of my youth. The tree I carved my name into has been cut down to its roots. Has been cut down to its roots. The smell of my grandfather's truck, 20 years of cigarettes. We might lose the ones we love, but some things you don't forget. Some things you don't forget. And it feels just like no time has passed at all. And I know these roads with both eyes closed, and they're prettiest in the fall. Oh, well, I can see you on the front porch, waiting, wondering, glowing with anticipation. It feels just like no time has passed at all. And I know these roads are both eyes closed, and they're prettiest in the fall. Oh, the country station crackled low, and I learned just what words could do. And I cursed the day that I found out that we're all just passing through. That we're all just passing through. And I used to dream away the day, but now I'm lost inside a maze. We're a measured time by lessons learned, funerals and holidays. Funerals and holidays. And it feels just like no time has passed at all. And I know these roads are both eyes closed, and they're prettiest in the fall. Oh, well, I can see you on the front porch, waiting, wondering, but glowing with anticipation. It feels just like no time has passed at all. And I know these roads are both eyes closed, and they're prettiest in the fall. And it feels just like no time has passed at all. And I know these roads are both eyes closed, and they're prettiest in the fall. Oh,
thank you. All right, well, I got 2 songs left. Thanks so much for having me here. Iredell Arts Council, the McCrarys. I think some rooms are just meant for singing in, and this is one of those rooms. You know, I also wish I had a field recording of all of the prisoners who were in here singing songs to pass the time. Because I bet some of them were real good. Us musician folks seem to get in trouble. My grandfather, he had this 1970 Monte Carlo, and it was glitter green, dark green leather seats. It was beautiful. And had a little Batman hanging from the rear view and everything. I used to ride around in the back seat and we'd go all through the mountains, and had him in mind when I wrote this song. It's called Monte Carlo.
Some days are just a circus and the freaks are late for work. Some days aren't even worth it and they only just exist to make you hurt. Some days, and some days are just a shadow of every day that's come before. Some days take away everything and then they still want more. Some days, had I known you get here, I would have hoped that it would seem sincere. Now I'm driving through the Smoky Mountains in a Monte Carlo. Stop at a casino, bet it all on black. Some days are just a steeplechase and the waving of a flag, and you lose by no sleep in your clothes 'cause it's all that you have. Some days, and some days throw both the gloves off and go punching through the night, and the crowd throws roses to the ring at the end of the fight. Some days, well, had I known he'd get here, I would have hoped that it would seem sincere. Now I'm driving through the Smoky Mountains in a Monte Carlo. Stop at a casino, bet it all on black. Had I known he'd get here, I would have hoped that it would seem sincere. Now I'm driving through the Smoky Mountains in a Monte Carlo. Stop at a casino, bet it all on black. Bet it all on black. Bet it all on black, 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 black. Ooh, ooh,
Well, thank you so much. Rather than leaving the stage and having you clap for whatever, 2 minutes, I'm just going to go ahead and do what I would have done had we done all that. Don't want to bruise your hands or anything. I'm going to finish up with a song I wrote a long time ago. It's called Carolina Ghost. All right, well, better remember it. Now, thanks again for being here, and yeah, come say hey, and I'm gonna run upstairs after this. I'll grab my mask and say hey, and you know, thanks for being so cool about all that. I know it's a pain in the ass, but The way I look at it is I love live music more than I hate wearing a mask. So that's where my head's at. So so it's good to play some shows.
The embers glowing orange, logs are stacked in the smoke, rises higher. And you're preaching to the choir when you say the rapids from the river couldn't drown this fire. And the leaves weren't the only thing falling. Stare out the window and wait. I watched it all play out in an instant. Wasn't afraid. The glory of a back road, I said shotgun and sang harmony beside her. From the Blue Ridge to the coast, the notes they float just like a ghost through Carolina. And the leaves weren't the only thing falling. I stare out the window and wait. I watched it all play out in an instant. I wasn't afraid. And I know now what's worth fighting for. I feel you in my voice. Feel to the breath and wanting more. The love I never know, never know. We're on 40 East now, not much longer, babe. We'll be home soon. But honestly, you and me, we could be broke down and they'd be fine too. And the leaves weren't the only thing falling. Stare out the window and wait. I watched it all play out in an instant. I wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid.
Thank you, Statesville. See you next time. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.